Hello everybody, my name is Cyberwolf and welcome back to Butterfly Soup 2. Last time, Akarsha, came out with her feelings, and it did not go well, and feelings were very hurt. So hopefully things go better this time. I think it's Valentine's Day, yeah. Akarsha scoffs as a few upperclassmen come in to deliver the goodies people ordered. We should have a reverse Valentine's Day where we give annoying, terrible gifts to our enemies on purpose. You mean what you already do to me every single day of my life? Oh, true. A few of the classmates receive ribboned roses, but someone comes in holding an entire bouquet. Are you Akarsha? This is yours. Huh? Bewildered, Akarsha accepts the bouquet and notices there's a note tied to it with ribbon. It reads, "Roses are red, and violets are blue. Love never crossed my mind until the day I met you. Your secret admirer." Secret admirer? Who? I can't believe it. Is this some kind of joke? Akarsha looks wildly around the room in case her paramour is watching her reaction from afar, but no one seems to be acting out of the ordinary except Diya and Noelle, who are beside themselves with amusement. Someone sent you flowers? I told you I was a hot commodity. I charmed the pants off someone without even knowing it. What's the note say? Let me read it. What? Why do you care? You jealous? In your dreams. I bet she won't show us because they misspelled her name as Arkasha. Why are you so mean today? I'm gonna tell the teacher you're bullying me. Maybe I can deduce who the sender is, like a detective. The poem is one hint. There's gotta be others. Akarsha flips the note over. It's blank, except for a small dark smudge on the back. Clue. Maybe it's from food, like blackberries. Akarsha sniffs the note, but it's hard to single out any scent over the fragrance of the roses. What are you doing? Quiet, meanie. I'm trying to crack the code. You're interrupting my mind palace technique. There's only two possibilities here. Either someone is secretly in love with me, or it's a prank. But it's kinda a lot of money to send a prank. It's either fake or real. You don't say. Thanks for narrowing it down for us. Be quiet! Flustered, Akarsha scans the room. One more time for good measure. She catches Diya looking away, a beat too late, smiling to herself. What are you smiling about? Nothing, just happy for you. Did Diya do it just to make her feel happy? Oh hey, we're Diya again! Which is technically kind of like the first time in this game, but 3rd grade. Diya, Men, and June wait at the horseshoe for their parents to pick them up from school. Why does it always take Mom so long to get here? I'm so hungry, I would even eat a pizza with pineapple. Mom should just let us walk home ourselves. It'd be way faster. Especially if she buys us Heelys. God, Heelys were so fucking great back in the day. Like, honestly, my favorite place for Heelys was Home Depot, because their floors are so smooth. Like, the smoothest floors. Like, there's gotta be someone who went through it, like, every foot of that store, and just, like, with a, like, one of those little bubble thingies, just, like, okay, we're good. Alright, perfect. Sanded a little bit here, it's not good enough. It's just 2 degrees too much. Honestly, you just, like, go through and just smooth sailing for felt like a mile. But if you did that, I'd have to wait for my mom alone. It'd be so boring. Oh, I thought of that already. We can chat on the walkie-talkies while I'm rolling away on my Heelys. That sounds fun. The 3 of them peered down the horseshoe at the long line of cars, hoping to catch sight of their rides. My mom's car is tan-colored. They should make cars in better colors, like sky blue or pink. Agreed, I would love a sky blue car. Mine's just a boring old white, so every bit of dirt shows up on it. Yeah, I bet if they did, they'd sell a lot more. It's because adults are boring and have bad taste. This is true. They should sell cars with pictures of dolphins on them. Everyone would want one. Yes, that's what I'm talking about! Not dolphins. Dolphins are assholes, and I will die on that hill. But if I had a car that had like a cool dragon on it or something, oh, I'd fucking love it. Diya perks up at the beige. Toyota drives up into the horseshoe, but it's the wrong model. Did you hear about Barry Bonds? He's in trouble because he did steroids. What are steroids? They're drugs that make you really buff. It's cheating. I don't see why they don't let you use them. If they're so good, everyone should use steroids. Baseball would be more fun if everyone was super strong and super fast. Suddenly, Min jolts upright and shouts as a silver sedan pulls up to the curb. I see our car! Bye, Diya! Pete rushes to Diya's face as Min hugs her tightly before dashing off. Bye! Wait, the car has a side thingy under the door that ours doesn't have. Min flings the car passenger seat door open, revealing a stranger inside. Who are you? Min hastily slams the car door shut and stomps back to Diya and June, who are both wheezing with laughter. That was the wrong car! I told you. Diya, I think your car is over there, though. Thanks. Bye for real this time. See you tomorrow. Diya buckled up in her sedan. She peers out the window, smiling a little when she sees Min waving frenetically at her outside. How was your day at school? Okay. We had to write about an invention we'd make in class today. What did you invent? A better bed that makes it so your stuffed animals can never accidentally roll off it. I thought of it because last night while I was sleeping, Horny fell on the floor. Horny? Who's that? My cow plushie. He's one of Snakey's older brothers. He was cold and alone for hours, and I didn't know. Maybe you should give Horny a different name, like Moo Moo. Why, it'll be hard for him to get used to it. You must have the most loved stuffed animals in the entire world. What else did you do at school? I tried to take an accelerated reader quiz on the boxcar children book I read, but I accidentally clicked the wrong book, so it made me take the quiz of a book I never read before. It didn't let you quit out? What bad design. Yeah, my classmates all tried to help me though. Hayden read the book a year ago, but he could barely remember anything. So even with everyone's help, I got a 2 out of 10. Oh no! Mr. Armstrong said he wouldn't count it for my grade, though. That's a relief. The boy waving at you earlier. Was that Hayden? The classmate who helped you? You mean Min? She's not a boy. Huh? The one wearing a hoodie? Yeah, she's a girl. To Diya's surprise, her mom wrinkles her nose in disgust. That was a girl? She's a freak. You should make friends with more normal girls. Huh? That's not very nice. But it's true, she looks like a boy. Stay away from her or you'll catch it too. Catch what? It's not like she has a disease. You're too young to understand. Only freaks look like that. Well, I guess I am wearing a hoodie. It's bad to judge people by what they look like. You don't even know her. She's really nice to me. I don't need to know her. There's clearly something wrong with her. She's only acting nice because she has impure thoughts towards you. Are they in, like, third grade? What's that supposed to mean? Even if she has problems, I can tell her and she'll fix them. We're friends, so she'll listen to me. You can't change people, especially not weirdos like that. If they're bad, they're bad. It's a waste of time to try. If you can't change people, then how can she change me into looking like a boy? You can't have it both ways. You're normal, so you have to stay away from weirdos like that. I don't care, she's my friend. No, you can't be friends with her anymore. If I see you talking to her again, you're in big trouble. Bruh. Aw. Min pushes Diya back against the locker room wall, kissing her again and again. Wow, this is great. They break apart, both panting for air. A pleasant shiver runs down Diya's spine as Min grins sharply at her. Oh, you like this, don't you? Dee is too embarrassed to admit it, so she just nods, her cheeks blazing. You don't need to be shy. It's just me. I feel like I absolutely can't say it out loud, though. Sorry. Min presses a kiss to her cheek and whispers in her ear, voice low. Diya can feel her smiling, her breath warm on her cheek. It's okay. You're so cute when you're like this. I almost can't stand it. It's so surreal dating a friend you've had a crush on for forever. Sometimes I get scared that us getting together was just a dream, and when I wake up, we'll just be friends again. But it's real. Somehow a miracle happened, and now I'm her girlfriend. Min holds Diya's hand as they wait for their rides home. No one knows about us except the baseball club, and maybe the workers at the dessert place we had our first date at. So we end up kissing in the locker room a lot because the lockers block the view, and you can hear if other people walk in. But it's still fun. I love spending time with Min. She can almost even make me forget I have a presentation tomorrow in biology. Assignments that make you talk in front of the class should be outlawed. What's wrong? You look worried about something. You can tell? Of course I can. What kind of girlfriend would I be if I couldn't even tell if something was bothering you? You're like a mind reader. Psychic. Nah, I just know you. You got all tense and quiet. So what's up? If someone's bothering you, I'll kill them. No questions asked. You probably should at least ask 1 or 2 questions. Killing people is wrong. Okay, then if someone's bothering you, I'll be really mean to them. So who is it? It isn't anyone. It's just that my group presentation is tomorrow, in biology. Oh, that PowerPoint you've been working on with Akarsha and Noelle? Diya nods. You're supposed to elaborate on what we put on our slides. But I get so nervous in front of everyone and I blank out. I'm getting itchy nose syndrome. What's there to be nervous about? You know all that stuff, don't you? Even if I know all the facts in my head, I can't improvise at all. It's hard to string words together on the spot. I always have to write out everything I'm going to say word for word beforehand and memorize it. The conversation is abruptly cut short when a beige sedan turns the corner into the school. My mom's here! She picks me up after the baseball club if it ends late enough for her to be done with work. I'll hide. Bye! Min roughly pulls Diya close for one last kiss before dashing out of sight. Oh no. Diya tries to slow her shaky breathing to a normal pace. I'm calm. I need to look normal. Diya gets uncharacteristically clumsy after making out with Min, like a dog who's still woozy after surgery. She staggers over to her mom's car as it pulls to the curb. I'm scared of how my mom will react if she finds out I'm talking to Min again, let alone that I'm dating her. So it's a secret for now. Diya reaches for the door handle, misses, and slams her hand directly into the side of the car. What's the matter with you? Nothing. Diya hastily pulls the door open and gets into the passenger seat, trying to look natural. How was your day at school? Okay. On the radio, a woman singing to a catchy beat. I'm curious for you. Caught my attention. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Oh. Well, now I know which song it is. What the? Did she really just say that? Taste of her cherry lip chapstick. I kissed a girl just to try it. Is she allowed to say that on radio? It doesn't break any laws? Diya shifts uncomfortably in her seat as her mom frowns at the lyrics. I kissed a girl? What kind of terrible song is this? Disgusted, Diya's mom changes the station. You know how in the movies superheroes have to hide their identity to their families? I'm doing that in real life, all the time. The other day I saw Akarsha and her mom at Safeway. She was so outgoing. She even told me about the biology project you're working on together. I didn't even know you were doing a project until Akarsha said so. Why can't you be more like her? I like knowing things about you. If Akarsha was her daughter, she'd disown her for being bi. Not that she'd know that. I never really know how to fill the silence when I'm with my mom. I don't know what I can talk about with her. She really loves me, but she comes from such a different time and culture that talking to her feels kind of unpredictable. Sometimes she'll surprise me by getting upset over something I didn't expect would cause problems at all. So my safest bet most of the time is to just stay quiet. It's annoying how she's raised me to be afraid of talking, yet expects me to magically turn out to be a child who is raised normally. That night, Diya tosses and turns in bed, anxious about her presentation the next day. I wish I could time travel to this time tomorrow, after the biology presentation is already over. I need to stop thinking about this. It's making my mind race. I can't relax enough to sleep. Diya checks her alarm clock. It's midnight already, and I need to wake up at 7 tomorrow. I need to fall asleep right now, or else I'll get less than 7 hours of sleep. That's cute. I never really found counting sheep actually helping, because I have ADHD and I lose track, and I also lose count. Basically more just lose track of what I was doing as other thoughts creep in instead. Calm, deep breaths, meditative, but I'm gonna go for the cute option. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I fantasize that Min is hugging me and saying nice things to me. Usually this works. Aw, that's adorable. Diya hugs herself with one arm and squeezes her eyes shut. Min is holding me really close and telling me I'm going to fall asleep in her arms. She's stroking my side with her hands. Primates have hands too, and their thumbs are opposable like pandas' thumbs. These similar features are called analogous structures. Shoot, I started thinking about the presentation again. Forget the presentation, just think about Min. Min is holding me really tight and saying nice things to me. And we're all alone together, just the two of us. Two birds and bats are two groups that evolved flight independently. Diya keeps trying to imagine Min comforting her without getting sidetracked, but after an hour, she's more awake and frustrated than ever. There's so much anxious energy pent up in my body, I feel like running a marathon. Maybe if I release all that energy, I can finally doze off. Diya frantically starts doing sit-ups in bed. After a few sets, she switches to doing jumping jacks in the middle of her room. Yeah, become tired! After several minutes of frenzied exercise, Diya lays back down in her bed, her heart pounding. Phew, hopefully that didn't just make me even more awake. Diya wearily checks her clock again. It's 2 in the morning! I need to fall asleep right now so I can at least get 5 hours of sleep. Diya ends up lying awake for a few more hours. Oh, no. Just as the sun began coming up, she loses consciousness from sheer exhaustion. After what feels like a few minutes of sleep, Diya's alarm goes off. Diya hits all her alarms without even bothering to open her eyes. All of her alarms? I don't feel rested at all, barely got any sleep. Her morning routine includes lying in bed for 10 minutes, thinking about how tired she is. Do it. No. I'm so anxious I feel like I'm gonna explode. I don't have biology till 5th period, so I'm gonna be stewing in this dread for hours. 10 minutes pass like this. Finally, Diya drags herself out of bed and stills herself for the terrifying day ahead. Karsha messaged me. That normally means she's on her way to my house. Check your computer. Hey, Diya. What is that? I googled Diya the Hedgehog, and that's what comes up. Diya's gone offline. How can she act so normal on a day like this? I wish I was all outgoing and good at talking like her. Diya goes outside. Yo, ready to blow everyone out of the water with our amazing group presentation? No. Diya nervously strides off, forcing Karsha to jog to keep up with her. Hey, hold your horses. Slow down, some of us have average length legs, you know? Miss Long Legs? Or should I say, Daddy Long Legs? Don't call me that. You're so cold to me, bro. I'm dying here. Why would you die if you can't tell me, Daddy Long Legs, weirdo? So dark and cloudy today. I think it's gonna rain. Hey, Diya? What do you think? I wish real life had captions like on TV. No clue what anyone's ever saying to me. What? What do you think happens? Oh wait, sorry, I forgot about your ear. Karsha switches to Diya's other side so she can hear her over the sound of traffic. What do you think happens to a Teletubby when its when its screen gets destroyed? It dies. It'd be like punching in the heart or something. Damn, that's dark. You asked. No, screens are so fragile though. If it's that important, you'd think the Teletubbies would have evolved a rib cage over it or something to protect it. But they can't. They couldn't see what's on the screens if they were covered. Must be like why our eyes don't have bones over them even though they're delicate. We wouldn't be able to see. Whoa, you might be onto something. You should become a scientist, a Teletubby scientist. I doubt the world really needs a Teletubby scientist. As Diya and Akarsha arrive at school, Diya feels something cold and wet, excuse me, drop onto her shoulder. It's raining. God, I'm heading inside. Akarsha scurries off as the rain picks up. Soon, torrents of water are pelting against the ground. I still need to get my things from my locker. Use locker. Noel is hunched over in front of their shared locker and frowning at the contents. Good morning. We need to remove our books from the locker, or they'll get soaked in the rain. Oh no! Won't the roof overhang block it? No, look at it. The wind's blowing the rain inward. Yeah, we're even getting damp standing here right now. Diya takes a mini travel umbrella from her backpack and opens it. As Diya diligently holds it over the two of them, Noelle holds her daily water bottle out to her without looking. Also, can you open this water bottle? Take the water bottle. Diya holds the umbrella with one hand and grabs the water bottle with the other. Don't have enough hands to open it. Diya carefully bounces the water bottle on top of Noelle's head as she continues pulling her library books from their locker. Diya grips the bottle's cap with her index finger and thumb while pressing the bottle down on Noelle's head with the rest of her hand. She manages to twist it open without spilling any of the water. I'm pretty proud of myself for pulling that off. She closes the cap and gives it back to Noelle as she slots the last of her novels into her book bag. Thank you. I finished rescuing all my water-sensitive items. It's your turn. Diya peers into her and Noelle's shared locker. Diya slips her books and binders into her backpack. Out of curiosity, Diya checks what Noelle has for lunch today. Rice porridge. Noelle really likes this. I shouldn't eat it. I don't have much of an appetite today anyway. Deep in the lunchbox, there's also a Ziploc bag of neatly peeled apple slices. Thoughtful of your mom to do that. Do what? Peel the apple and slice it? Most people just eat them whole. I guess she has to show me she loves me somehow, since she lacks the emotional maturity to communicate it through words. She's left to express it through actions. Funny, that sounds like someone else I know. Are you insinuating that I'm the same as her? Maybe. I wish I could deny it. Does your mother do the thing too, where after you have an argument, instead of apologizing, she just silently leaves you a plate of fruit to eat? I thought it was just my mom who did that. It must be an immigrant mother thing. This is rosin for string instruments. The first time Noelle showed it to me, I tried to eat it. Why do you have this anyway? You only play piano. It's the same kind of car she uses. She plays the cello in her orchestra class. Whenever she drops and cracks the one she's using, she leaves it in her locker, and I secretly replace it with an identical copy. How do you get it in her locker? I figured out her locker combination. Can't she tell it's just a new rosin? No, I always scratch up the top and make it look worn, so it looks identical to the one she dropped. This is the third one. By now, she's convinced her rosin has self-healing abilities. Noelle goes to such lengths just to mess with the Akarsha sometimes. I don't really know what to make of it. I don't know, that sounds an awful lot like love there. It's the Valentine's Day card made for me this year. Every time I see it, I feel happy. You still haven't taken that home? I'm paranoid my parents will find it if I do. Min said a lot of stuff in it. Even if she were a boy, I don't think they'd be okay with it. I see. Guess I have to move it out of the locker or it'll get soaked and wrinkly, though. Diya carefully slips it into her binder inside pocket. Speaking of Valentine's Day, how's Karsha's investigation of her secret admirer go? Awful. And by that, I mean wonderful. She's utterly lost. Her list of suspects include a random guy in our history class, a sophomore she's never uttered a word to before, and even the lunch lady who once gave her 2 slices of pizza that were stuck together instead of 1. Wow. We really can keep this up every Valentine's Day without her realizing it's us. Yes, as long as we don't accidentally let it slip at some point. I'm ready to head to class when you are. I wish I could just head home and go to bed. Alright, let's go to class. Diya loves the sound of the rain when she's indoors, especially the drum of water on metal. Unfortunately, today she is so consumed with dread over her presentation that she's totally unable to enjoy it. Her next few hours pass in a sleep-deprived haze. Diya's stomach churns with dread as she finally walks into her biology class. It's here, period of doom. To her surprise, she finds Min leaning against her desk, waiting for her. Why are you here? You're about to do your presentation, right? Thought I'd swing by and try to pump you up for it. Oh, thanks. How do you feel? I'm so nervous, my stomach hurts. I even forgot to eat my gummy vitamins this morning. Each day, Diya looks forward to eating 2 gummy vitamins. Min gives her hand a reassuring squeeze. It'll be okay. You're gonna kill it. You're so cute. There's no way the teacher can give you a bad grade. If the teacher really graded like that, he'd be in jail. Well, if I were in charge, I'd give you an A. Anything I can do to help? Can I get a hug? Can I have a hug and a kiss? Yeah, of course. Won't people see though? It's an emergency. Min's face lights up and she eagerly envelops Diya in a tight, warm hug. Min pulls her in for a kiss, but Diya rears back when she smells cigarette smoke on her breath. Because Diya is so tall, when she doesn't want Min to kiss her, all she has to do is stand up straight. Yuck, were you smoking again? Huh? Yeah. You should stop. It's bad for you. Didn't you see a DARE presentation in elementary school? They came to my class and it was so scary I pledged not to do drugs or peer pressure forever. You don't think it looks badass? No. Dare to resist drugs and violence. How do you even start doing it? Back in Florida, I mostly hung out with a group of guys who smoked. Yeah, that checks. And we'd set things on fire and do other dangerous... Yeah, that definitely checks, yeah. I'm really glad she's over here with me now. But those guys aren't here anymore, so why keep doing it? It was a pain to get the cigarettes in the first place, since stores won't sell them to people under 18, so it feels like a waste not to use them. And I thought it'd make me look hot. You look hot when your hair's all messed up from kissing me. Not when your mouth tastes bad and I can't even kiss you. Noelle scowls as she sits down at her desk. You're seriously still smoking? You need to get your life in order. I don't need to hear it from you too. I don't even do it that often. Aren't you going to be tardy for your class? The bell is going to ring in about a minute. Oh shit, I better run. Go, I'll live, probably. Tell me how it goes later. Min sprints off. Seconds later, the bell rings. Do you think she made it? I couldn't care less. Min is so cool, but I hope she stops smoking. They say people don't change, but I hope that's not true. It's too sad if it is. As another group starts presenting at the front of the class, Diya wipes her clammy palms on her hoodie. We're gonna get called up any minute now. Diya, please try not to panic. When you're not speaking, you can hide behind me, if you have to. Just don't bolt off. Okay. Can I hide behind you too? No. No fair. How come Diya gets to, but not me? There's no reason for you to. We'll look like we're doing those dances where everyone's standing behind one another and waving their arms. And you better not do that horrendous British accent. Why not? It'll be a hit. More like a hit on our grades. Accents aren't a proper example of divergent evolution. But we need stuff to spice our presentation up. It's drier than the Sahara Desert. So this is a biology project, not a circus performance. But Noelle can press a Karsha. Before Noelle can press Akarsha any further, the first group finishes the presentation to scattered applause. Alright, it's our turn. Come on, Diya, let's do this. Diya feels like she's having an out-of-body experience as she follows Noelle and Akarsha to the front of the class. As Noelle brings up their PowerPoint from the computer, Diya hides behind her and nervously looks out to the class sitting before them. I should have worn clothes that blend in with the classroom better so no one can see me. Like beige colored. I should have thought of that earlier. It's over. It's curtains for me. Hello everyone. We've been tasked with reviewing the patterns of macroevolution. The audience begins to nod off as soon as Noelle flicks to a slide with an essay crammed onto it with 10-point font. Let's begin with the obvious question. What is macroevolution? To understand this, we must first consider... By the time Noelle is done droning through her last tome of a slide, half the classroom is asleep. Akarsha shakes her head and sighs as she clicks to her first slide. It opens with an illustration of a finch's head. Alright, so divergent evolution. As an explosion sound effect plays 5 more finches with different beak shapes blast onto the screen, jolting their classmates back awake. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. It's when population from a common ancestor adapt to different pressures and become more different over time. Just like how your average New Yorker talks like this. Different from over here. She just switched from a British accent to a New York one. Oh well, maybe the teacher will think it's funny. You can let this slide, Noelle. Just hold it in until after the presentation's over. Actually, accents don't count as divergent evolution. New Yorkers are another species from us. Aren't we sure about that? They're not so different. They can't produce fertile offspring with other humans. But if they keep things up this rate, that might change. Think about it. Would you reproduce with someone who talks like this? What? I don't see how that's relevant. Just admit your example is invalid already. Oh yeah? Akarsha clicks the mouse. A stock photo of a gravestone appears on the slide with a pinwheel transition. What if that was your gravestone? What then? Did you add this to the PowerPoint just to use as a comeback? The class giggles as Akarsha clowns through her slides. But Diya's stomach churns as they stare at the front of the room with renewed interest. I don't want to be here. I wish I could time travel to 30 minutes from now. And with that, I pass things over to my buddy Diya. Diya doesn't move from her hiding spot behind Noelle. Noelle steps to the side, exposing her to the audience's view. Diya takes a deep shaky breath before quickly rattling off the speech she's mentally rehearsed hundreds of times over the past 24 hours. Convergent evolution is an independent evolution of similar traits of a species that are only distantly related. For example, giant pandas have 6 fingers and their thumbs are opposable like primates' thumbs. These similar features are called analogous structures. After barreling through the sides in a matter of seconds, Diya quickly flips to the next one, her hand shaking from nerves. Another example of convergent evolution are birds and bats. Birds and bats are 2 groups that evolve flight independently. She managed to zoom through the rest of the presentation in about a minute flat. After their classmates give them a tepid round of applause, Diya follows Noelle and Akarsha back to her seat in a daze. Well, at least that's over with. It's over. I'm free. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Actually, it was. I think I'll be quiet for the rest of the day to recover from that. After school. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save it right here, and we will continue along next time. Find out what's after school. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to play this game for yourselves, highly encourage you do. I will leave it in the description down below. Please give us a like, please share with friends, and don't forget to subscribe. On and out, this is Sarble, signing off.